Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing well. I have a bit of an update about a bag that I originally unboxed and shared with you all well over a year ago. I can't remember right now, but it was either at the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024. And because the video has gotten so much traction and, this seems to be a piece that a lot of people are interested in, I really wanted to come back with this update to kind of share, my thoughts on the bag now, and kind of an issue that I've been having with it. So this is the Dior Lady Dior phone pouch in aesthetic beige. I still think it is so cute and it's such a beautiful little bag. I love the canage leather. I love the color. I love the detachable strap because it has these little pearls in it. And I'm a mini bag person, so I love that it's a small bag. It's intended for your phone, but it definitely can fit more. Though I won't go into detail about that because I do have a whole other video on this bag. But I will say I still love the aesthetic of the bag and I love that it's versatile. You can use it as a clutch, a crossbody, a shoulder bag. Like, it is very versatile for its size. However, I do have some complaints. As you can probably tell, the bag is still in very good condition. And that's honestly because I've barely used it. I have used this bag 4 times since I bought it. 4. That's ridiculous. According to my notes, the last time I wore this was in February of 2024. That's crazy to me. But what's crazier is that even with such little and infrequent use, the bag is showing signs of wear, particularly on the hardware. For example, if you look at the Dior charm on the front flap of the bag, it already has tarnishing on the individual letters as well as scratching on their internal edges. And that's literally just from hanging there. Sorry, that really bright light made it kind of hard to show you properly the issues that I'm having. So I'm trying to film out of direct sunlight now so you can see better what I'm talking about. My biggest concern is that there's this really bad tarnishing on the D-rings and I have no idea why, and it's on the same section of both D-rings on the bag. Do you see that like big black mark right there? I'm trying to like point at it. Does anyone know why this would happen? Like, I've never exposed this bag to water. I do store it in the box, but I also have those moisture packets in the box to keep out moisture. And I kind of air my bags out every now and then, especially if they are in boxes or in their dust bags. But as you can see, both of the D-rings on this bag have this like black tarnishing in the same spot. And I think that is so weird. I don't know why that's happening. So not only the D-rings, but also, like I said, the Dior charm itself. I think you can see it better here. There's tarnishing on the letters themselves, as well as like little scratches on the interior edges of the lettering. And I've only, again, worn this bag 4 times. I don't know how the letters on the Dior charm have managed to hit each other so much so as to make these scratches that you're seeing. It kind of just blows my mind because it's like, I don't understand how something at this price point shows that kind of wear with so little use. And as you can see, the rest of the bag is in perfect shape, and that's honestly because, with the exception of the scratch on the side that I did with my nail, I think like the first or second time that I wore the bag, like the leather is so delicate. There are no creases on the interior of the flap. There are no pop stitches, there are no stains or markings on the bag. The leather itself is in such good condition because I haven't used it. And honestly, over the 4 times that I have used it, I think I've probably worn it for several hours at most. And considering that the Dior charm started showing scratches so soon, I think I learned early on that I'd have to be extra delicate with this bag. So while I've managed to keep the leather portions of the bag in pretty good shape, I unfortunately can't say the same about all of its hardware, which is proving to be much more delicate. Now let me move on to the strap. First, let me say I love the chain strap. I love chain straps in general, but this one has these little resin pearls throughout it, which I think is just so pretty. But I feel like the chain strap is changing color. Like, it's supposed to be a pale gold, and with time, I feel like it's kind of fading away almost to more of a silvery kind of look. There are no scratches or tarnishing on the chain strap, but I do feel like it's not the same pale gold color that it was when I originally purchased the bag. So there's definitely something going on with Dior's pale gold hardware. I don't know if anyone else has had this kind of issue. I know that the charm on the Lady Dior bags have been said to damage quite easily. I didn't realize it would be this easily. But yeah, that has been disappointing, and it's really prevented me, I think, from using the bag. After I saw that, I got even more careful with it. And then recently, after noticing the tarnishing on the D-rings, I've just been kind of annoyed, to the point that I'm actually unfortunately thinking about selling this bag off. I don't know if that's like an overreaction, but I just feel like it's such a delicate piece and I'm not comfortable wearing it. So what's the point of having it in my collection if it's just going to sit around and do nothing? Perhaps someone else will get better use out of it. Yeah, I don't want something that I can't or won't use, especially when my intended purpose was to use the bag. I just feel like I have to be super, super careful. And I'm normally super careful with everything that I have. So that's not the issue for me. It's that I have to be even more careful. Yeah, I just don't want to ruin it or further and then realize that, oh, maybe I should have sold it earlier or something. So I'm definitely seriously considering it. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, inserting a quick second update here from the future. I filmed this portion of the video several weeks after the original portion. And honestly, I have to thank my friend for this. She recommended trying to use the jewelry polishing cloth from Majuri on my hardware. And guess what? I did, and it took off the tarnishing on the D-rings. So I'm really, really happy about that. It also took off some of the tarnishing from the Dior charm on the front. However, there's still scratching on those, like, the interior bits of the charm. But yeah, I've mostly basically completely removed the tarnishing on the D-rings. I tried to show it here, but it's hard because every angle that I film from, I'm getting shadows in the D-rings, but there's no tarnishing on there anymore. I still don't know why it happened, but whatever. And something else that kind of still irritated me while I was polishing is that the cloth would hit the leather, which obviously isn't the bag's fault or anything, but every time it did that, it would leave like a black mark, which was just kind of another reminder of how delicate and sensitive the leather on this bag is. And literally everything about this bag is so delicate. It almost feels like just looking at the bag or picking it up will damage it in some way. So ultimately, while I was able to remove the tarnishing from the D-rings, most of the tarnishing from the Dior charm, as well as any marks left on the leather while I was cleaning those parts of the bag, I did use a bit of leather cleaner on a microfiber cloth to get those out, and the bag is now in perfect condition almost. I'm actually still considering consigning or selling it off because I've barely even used this bag and it's completely stressing me out. So I don't even think I still feel like even though I got the tarnishing off, the fact that it can tarnish and scratch and get marked up so easily is really turning me off the bag. Anyway, let me know what you think. Am I overreacting? Should I keep it? Should I sell it off? What would you do in my position? Would this bother you as much as it's bothering me? I need to hear from a neutral third party. Anyway, leave me all your comments below and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!